whole room went silent. Muhammad Ali just said something nobody expected. The reporter's face turned red. His hands started shaking. Ali stood there, calm, waiting. This wasn't about boxing anymore. This was bigger, way bigger. It was 1967. Ali was the heavyweight champion of the world. He could knock out any man alive. But on this day, he said 3 words that would cost him everything. 3 words that made the government want to destroy him. 3 words that nobody else had the guts to say, "I ain't going." That's what he told them when they tried to send him to Vietnam. The U.S. Army wanted him to fight in the war. Ali said no, not because he was scared, because he believed the war was wrong, and he was ready to lose everything for what he believed. Think about this for a second. Ali was making millions. He had the championship belt. He had fame. He had everything a young black man in America could dream of in the 1960s. And he threw it all away with 3 words. The government took his boxing license. They took his passport. They tried to put him in prison for 5 years. Ali was only 25 years old. These were supposed to be his best fighting years. Instead, he couldn't fight anywhere in America. He couldn't even leave the country to fight. They wanted to break him, but Ali didn't break. He didn't bend. He stood there and told America the truth. Why should I go 10,000 miles to drop bombs on brown people in Vietnam, while black people in Louisville are treated like dogs? Everyone told him to apologize. Just say sorry. Take it back. Go to the war for a few months. Take some pictures. Come back home. Keep your money. Keep your title. His own mother begged him. His trainers begged him. Even other black athletes told him he was being stupid. Ali looked at all of them and said no. He said, "I'd rather die standing up for what I believe than live on my knees." Those words changed sports forever. No athlete had ever done this before. And what happened next shocked the entire world. But before we get to that, we need to go back to when Ali was just a loud kid from Kentucky who nobody took seriously. Back to when he first made the world stop and stare. Because the Vietnam moment wasn't the first time Ali left everyone speechless. It was just one of 7 moments that proved Ali was more than a boxer. The first moment happened in 1964. Ali wasn't Ali yet. He was still Cassius Clay, and nobody thought he could win. He was about to fight Sonny Liston, the most feared man in boxing. Liston was a monster. He had fists like hammers. He knocked people out just by looking at them. The mob controlled him. Criminals loved him. Good people feared him. Ali was just 22 years old, a pretty boy with a big mouth. The odds were 7-1 against him. People actually thought Liston might kill him in the ring. Even Ali's own team was scared. The morning of the fight, Ali did something insane. He showed up at Liston's house at 3 a.m. with a bus full of people. He started screaming, "Sonny, come out here. I'm gonna whoop you right now. You big ugly bear." The neighbors called the cops. Liston came to the window confused. Ali kept screaming, "You're too ugly to be champion. I'm too pretty to lose." Everyone thought Ali had lost his mind, but Ali knew exactly what he was doing. He was getting inside Liston's head, making him angry, making him confused. Nobody had ever disrespected Liston like this. Liston was used to people being scared of him, but this kid wasn't scared at all. The night of the fight came. Madison Square Garden, the whole world watching. In the weigh-in before the fight, Ali acted completely crazy. He was screaming. His eyes were huge. His pulse was 120. The doctor said he was terrified. The commission almost canceled the fight. They thought Ali was having a mental breakdown. But 1 hour later, when they checked his pulse again, it was normal, completely calm. It was all an act. Ali had fooled everyone, even the doctors. He wanted Liston to think he was crazy and scared. He wanted Liston to come out swinging wild, trying to end it quick. Round 1 started. Liston came out throwing bombs. Each punch could end the fight, but Ali wasn't there. He was dancing, moving, too fast for Liston to hit, and Ali was talking to him. In the middle of the fight, "Is that all you got, old man? My grandmother hits harder than you." By round 3, Liston was confused. By round 4, something strange happened. Ali's eyes started burning. He couldn't see. Someone had put something on Liston's gloves. Maybe oil. Maybe something worse. Ali was blind in the ring with the most dangerous man in boxing. Ali wanted to quit. He came back to his corner screaming, "Cut the gloves off. I can't see." His trainer, Angelo Dundee, did something that saved Ali's career. He pushed Ali back into the ring and said, "This is the big one, Daddy." Stay away from him. Run. So Ollie fought round 5 completely blind. He couldn't see Liston's punches coming. He just kept moving, kept his arms out, kept dancing. Somehow, he survived. By round 6, his eyes cleared, and when they did, Ollie went to work. He hit Liston with combinations Liston had never felt before. Fast, sharp, perfect. At the end of round 6, Liston quit. The most feared man in boxing sat on his stool and refused to come out for round 7. He said his shoulder was hurt, but everyone knew the truth. Ollie had broken him, not with power, with speed, with intelligence, with pure confidence. Ollie jumped up on the ropes, 22 years old, the new heavyweight champion, and he screamed the words nobody would forget. I shook up the world. I'm the greatest. I'm the king of the world. The reporters didn't believe it. They said it was fixed. They said Liston threw the fight. They couldn't accept that this loud kid had beaten the monster. But Ollie didn't care what they thought. He had done the impossible, and this was just the beginning. The second moment that left everyone speechless happened the very next day. Ollie had just become champion. The world wanted to celebrate with him, and then he dropped a bomb bigger than any punch. I'm not Cassius Clay anymore. That's a slave name. My name is Muhammad Ali. The room went cold. This was 1964. The civil rights movement was exploding. Malcolm X had been teaching. Ali had joined the Nation of Islam, and now the new heavyweight champion was telling white America he wouldn't use the name they gave him. The sports writers refused to call him Ali. They kept writing Cassius Clay. Ollie would stop interviews. My name is Muhammad Ali. Say it right or don't say it at all. Some reporters walked out. Some got angry. Ollie didn't care. One reporter kept calling him Clay during an interview. Ollie stood up, looked him in the eye, and said, I don't have to be what you want me to be. I'm free to be what I want. Then he walked out, left the reporter sitting there, speechless. This wasn't just about a name. Ollie was telling America that a black man could define himself. He didn't need their approval. He didn't need their permission. He was the champion, and he would be exactly who he wanted to be. The third moment came in 1974. Ollie had lost 3 years to the Vietnam ban. When he came back, Joe Frazier had beaten him. Ken Norton had broken his jaw. Everyone said Ollie was finished. Too old, too slow. The young Ollie was gone. Then came George Foreman. Foreman was younger, stronger, and hit harder than anyone in history. He had destroyed Frazier into rounds, destroyed Norton into rounds. The same men who had beaten Ollie. Foreman was a killer, the most dangerous heavyweight ever. The fight was set for Zaire, Africa. They called it the Rumble in the Jungle. Everyone thought Foreman would hurt Ollie badly, maybe even kill him. Ollie was 32. Foreman was 25. The odds were 3-1 against Ollie. But something happened in Africa that nobody expected. The people loved Ollie everywhere he went. They chanted, Ollie Bame. It means Ollie, kill him. These were his people, and Ollie felt their power the night of the fight. Ollie did something that went against everything boxing had taught him. Instead of dancing, he leaned against the ropes. Instead of moving, he stood still. He let Foreman hit him over and over. The strongest puncher in boxing history was teeing off on Ollie. Ollie's corner was screaming. His trainer was going crazy. Get off the ropes, move, dance. But Ollie had a plan, a secret plan he hadn't told anyone, not even his own team. Round 2, Foreman kept punching. Ollie kept taking it, but between the punches, Ollie was talking. Is that all you got, George? They told me you could hit. Foreman got angry. He punched harder, faster, using all his energy. Round 3, round 4, Foreman was slowing down. His punches had less power. He was confused. Nobody had ever taken his best shots and kept standing. Ollie kept talking. You're not hurting me, George. You're just wearing yourself out. Round 5, Foreman could barely lift his arms. That's when Ollie whispered something in his ear that nobody else could hear. Now it's my turn. Ollie came off the ropes like a man reborn. Fresh, fast, sharp. He hit Foreman with a combination that spun him around. Round 8, Ollie saw his moment. A perfect right hand. Foreman went down like a tree falling in the forest. Slow, heavy, final. The count started. Foreman tried to get up. He couldn't. The impossible had happened again. Ollie had beaten the unbeatable monster. But more than that, he had outsmarted him. He had invented a new way to fight. They called it the rope-a-dope. After the fight, A reporter asked Ollie how he thought of this strategy. Ollie smiled and said, "I didn't think of it. I felt it. When you're facing death, you get real creative real fast." The fourth moment happened in 1975. Ollie was champion again, on top of the world. He was about to defend his title against Joe Frazier for the third time, in the Philippines, the Thrilla in Manila. But this moment wasn't in the ring. It was at a press conference before the fight. Frazier had been Ollie's friend once. They had helped each other when Ollie lost his license. Frazier had given Ollie money when Ollie needed it. But Ollie had been cruel to Frazier, called him a gorilla, called him ugly, called him stupid, made fun of how he talked. It was supposed to be promotion, but Ollie went too far, way too far. At this press conference, Ollie pulled out a small black rubber gorilla. He started hitting it. "This is Joe Frazier," he said. "This is what I'm gonna do to him." The room laughed. Frazier's face changed. You could see the hurt, the betrayal, the rage. Frazier stood up, walked over to Ollie, got right in his face, and said quietly, so only Ollie could hear, "I'm gonna make you quit, Clay. I'm gonna make you quit like a dog." The room went silent. Everyone could feel it. This wasn't promotion anymore. This was real hate. And Ollie, for maybe the first time ever, looked unsure. He had awakened something in Frazier, something dangerous. The night of the fight proved Frazier meant every word. It was 110 degrees in the ring, no air conditioning, like fighting in hell. And Frazier came to kill, not to win, to kill. For 14 rounds, they beat each other almost to death. Ollie hit Frazier with everything. Frazier kept coming. Frazier hit Ollie with shots that would drop a horse. Ollie stayed up. By round 10, Ollie was asking his corner to cut his gloves off. He wanted to quit. Round 14 ended. Frazier couldn't see. His eyes were swollen shut. His trainer stopped the fight. Ollie had won, but when they told Ollie, he collapsed. He said later, "It was the closest thing to death I've ever felt." After the fight, Ollie did something nobody expected. He went to Frazier's room. Frazier wouldn't look at him. Ollie said, "Joe, we went to hell together. We made each other great." Frazier still wouldn't look at him. Ollie left. They never really spoke again. Years later, someone asked Ollie if he regretted how he treated Frazier. Ollie went quiet. Then he said, "I heard a good man to sell tickets. That's a debt I can't repay." The fifth moment was in 1980. Ollie was 38. He shouldn't have been fighting. He had nothing left to prove. But he needed money, and boxing was all he knew. He came back to fight Larry Holmes, his former sparring partner. Everyone begged Ollie not to do it. His speech was already getting slow. His hands shook sometimes. The punishment was catching up. The fight was a disaster. Holmes destroyed Ollie. For 10 rounds, Holmes beat Ollie like Ollie was an old man, which he was. In round 10, something happened that made everyone in the arena go quiet. Ollie was against the ropes. Holmes was hitting him. Ollie dropped his hands. He looked at Holmes, and he stuck out his tongue, like the old Ollie, daring Holmes to hit him. But his legs wouldn't move. His body wouldn't respond. He was trying to be Ollie, but his body had betrayed him. Holmes stopped punching. He looked at the referee. He wanted them to stop it. He was crying while hitting Ollie. The referee finally stopped it after round 10. Ollie had lost, but that wasn't the moment. The moment came in the press conference after. A reporter asked Ollie if he was embarrassed. Ollie could barely talk. His face was swollen. His words were slow, but he said something that stunned everyone. "I didn't lose. My body lost. My spirit is still undefeated. And one day, when I'm gone, people will understand that winning isn't about the belt. It's about standing up when you can't. It's about fighting when you're broken. That's what I did tonight. I showed you that even legends bleed, but we don't quit." The room was silent. Some reporters were crying. They realized they weren't watching a boxer anymore. They were watching a man face his own enemy with dignity. The sixth moment came in 1996. Ollie hadn't fought in 15 years. Parkinson's disease had taken his voice, taken his movement. The man who danced in the ring could barely walk. The man who talked louder than anyone could barely whisper. It was the Olympics in Atlanta. Nobody knew Ollie would be there. Then they announced a special guest would light the Olympic torch. Out came Ollie, shaking, moving slowly, holding the torch. The whole world stopped. 3 billion people watching. Ollie stood there, shaking from Parkinson's, trying to light the torch. His hand wouldn't stop moving. The flame kept missing. For a moment, It looked like he might drop it, but Ali didn't drop it. He steadied himself, found his balance, and lit the torch. The stadium exploded. People were crying. Even the announcers couldn't talk. Why was this moment so powerful? Because everyone watching remembered the young Ali, the pretty one, the fast one, the loud one. And here he was, sick and shaking, but still standing, still fighting. Still Ali died. Someone asked him later if it was hard to let people see him like that. Ali wrote on a piece of paper, because talking was hard. God gave me Parkinson's to show the world that I'm just human. I shook the world with my fists. Now I shake with God's will. Both are me. The seventh moment might be the most powerful. It happened in the days after 9/11s. America was angry, scared, looking for someone to blame, and many blamed Muslims. Ali was the most famous Muslim in America. People asked Ali to denounce Islam, to separate himself from the terrorists, to prove he was a good American. Ali had every reason to stay quiet. He could barely talk. He was sick. He was old. Nobody would blame him for saying nothing. But Ali didn't stay quiet. He released a statement that shocked everyone, not because it was angry, because it was beautiful. He said, "I am a Muslim. I am an American. I am against killing innocent people, but I will not apologize for my faith. Islam didn't attack America. Criminals did. If you want to know what Islam teaches, look at my life. I gave up millions for my beliefs. I went to jail for peace. I never raised my hand except in the ring. That's Islam, not what you saw on TV." Then Ali did something nobody expected. He started visiting schools, talking to kids about peace. He could barely speak, but he went anyway. He visited Ground Zero. He hugged firefighters. He prayed with Christians and Jews and Muslims together. One firefighter said later, "When Ali hugged me, he whispered something. He said, 'We all worship the same God. We just call him different names. I'm not religious.' But that changed something to me." These 7 moments show us who Ali really was. Not just a boxer, not just an athlete, a man who stood up when it cost him everything, a man who fought for more than belts, a man who changed what it means to be a champion. Ali died in 2016. The world stopped to remember him. Presidents praised him. The same government that tried to jail him called him a hero. The same reporters who refused to say his name called him the greatest. But the most powerful moment of his funeral was when they carried his coffin through Louisville, his hometown, the place where he couldn't eat in restaurants as a kid because he was black. Thousands of people lined the streets, all colors, all religions, all chanting one thing: Ali, Ali, Ali. They weren't just saying goodbye to a boxer. They were saying goodbye to a man who showed them something: that you can fight without hate, that you can lose and still win, that you can shake from disease and still stand tall, that you can be pretty and tough, loud and smart, religious and accepting. Ali once said, "I wanted to be more than a boxer. I wanted to inspire people. I wanted to show that one person can shake up the world." He did that 7 times. He left us speechless, not with his fists, with his choices, with his words, with his courage. He showed us that the hardest fight isn't in the ring. It's standing up for what you believe when the whole world wants you to sit down. The real question is, could anyone today do what Ali did? Give up everything for their principles? Stand alone against their government? Change their name and religion at the peak of fame? Who today has that courage?